School resource officers are our children's first line of protection. They see our kids every day. They get to know them on a level that's different, but at the same time, similar to a parent.
And all the while, they know it's up to them to keep our children safe. Juliette Dryer joins us now from our information center with that story. Juliette.
Jeannie, we've all been on high alert in the week since the Parkland shooting. There have been threats of similar violence, 11 of them in Clay County alone since that tragedy. Perhaps no one is more aware than our school resource officers, the people responsible for standing between our children and whatever danger may come their way.
Yeah.
Some good places to eat before prom?
Yeah.
Deputy Brock Gump with the Clay County Sheriff's Office has known these kids since they were freshmen.
It's really nice.
He sees them every day as the school resource officer at Ridgeview High School.
You get to watch them grow, become more mature, and become ready to hit the real world in the workforce. So it's kind of cool to watch.
Sure, they're someone else's children, but for Deputy Gump, they're family all the same.
Protecting them is my first priority.
When Gump learned about the tragedy at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, he thought about Ridgeview, the same way he does whenever there's a school shooting. What would he do if there was a shooter here?
I would find it. I'd find who's doing that, and I would isolate that threat.
That's why preparation is key. Every time he cruises the campus, Deputy Gump envisions different scenarios. It's his way of preparing for the worst.
How I would need to react depending on what happens. So that way, if it does happen, I don't have to think about it. I can just do it.
Meanwhile, he's committed to building relationships with the students because with time comes trust.
When something serious happens, they trust that they can come to me and tell me right away before they go to anybody else or post it on social media. They'll come to me and they'll tell me what's going on so I can immediately start looking into it and doing what needs to be done.
3, 1, 2, 3.
When parents kiss their kids goodbye in the morning, they shouldn't have to be afraid. There's just one sentence they all want to hear.
And their schools and their children are safe. Deputy
Gump has a son of his own in Clay County schools. I asked him if he's had talks with his family, letting them know that if there's a threat, he's going in. He says he's had those tough conversations with his wife, but also that he's talked to his son about what you can and can't do or say at school. In light of this recent wave of school threats, that's a conversation both law enforcement and school officials encourage all parents to have with their kids. Juliette Dryer, First Coast News on your side.